Hi everyone, and welcome to another edition of the SAP Business by Design supply chain training. So, on this edition, we're going to be covering the goods and service receipt. Okay, so in the past episode, we were able to cover the purchase request for material, purchase request for service, and purchase request for non-stock items. So the goods and service receipt work center in SAP Business by Design is used to confirm the service delivery or the receipt of non-stock items. So probably in the next episode or in the future episode, we are going to cover um, delivery processes using the logistic transaction processes like the inbound delivery, the inbound notification, and so on and so forth. On this episode, we're going to cover the goods and service receipt, and we're going to see how materials are received for non-stock item, and we're going to confirm the service delivery of purchase order service that was generated in the past episode. All right, let's delve into the demo and let's see how this is done. So to get started, we need to navigate to the goods and service receipt work center, and from there we can click on the purchase order to be delivered to get the list of purchase orders that we have in the system. So we also have some other information in the work center like the receipts and returns. So you can confirm the returns of some items. That's for non-stock items actually. Okay, so for us to get started, we need to click on the purchase order to be delivered in the work center. So here we have the list of some purchase order that are already in the system, and we can see this list of purchase order are reports of outstanding purchase orders. We can also click on the drill down button to get the list of all overdue orders. Okay, so I'm just going to select the purchase order that we've been working on. So let's quickly review the purchase order we've been working on before. So from the purchase order we've been working on before, we have three items. Two, one is a non-stock item, um, and the third one is actually a service. So if we click on the View All button, you can see this is general information of the purchase order, the net value, and every other information that applies. Then we can navigate to see the list of items we have. So for the item type, we have two material. One process type is to stock, which means we're actually going to store this item in our storage location, and the other is a non-stock item. So from the basic information of some of these items, we can see for the first item that is stockable, which was highlighted, we can see the follow-up document we have here. So a goods and service receipt is expected actually for it, and also an invoice is expected. So if we click on the second item, we can see that the goods and service receipt is not expected. So if we check this, it means we need to confirm the delivery of this item. Okay, so the essence of showing you this follow-up document is actually to give you an in-depth understanding of the reason why the follow-up document is actually important when you are raising your purchase order document. And also, if you click on the service, we can see that the goods and service receipt is expected. So why do we need the follow-up document? Why is the follow-up document important? So the reason is when we are creating the PO, we want the system to confirm the delivery of some items. So, like for example, the non-stock item, when we uncheck this, it means we are not expecting this material to be delivered. And the system, when you are creating a goods and service receipt document, the system is not going to include the material. here. So some users might be wondering, oh, I created a PO for a material or for a non-stock material, and the PO when I try to receive is not showing. So one of the major reason is because the goods and service receipt follow-up document is not checked. And also, you might be wondering, you raise the PO and an invoice is not generated because you are expecting the system to, I mean, convert your PO to an invoice. If the follow-up document invoice expected checkbox is not checked, then it will not be checked. Then also, you might have a reason to confirm your PO acknowledgement from your supplier. So this is very important in a situation where you have your PO and you checked uh, your acknowledgement. I mean, the PO acknowledgement document is expected. So the follow-up document are actually the base of how the transaction, I mean, your PO transaction is going to be processed. So you need to be uh, careful and you need to take cognizance of the follow-up document, which is very important. So I'm going to show you the reason why this is important by creating a goods and service receipt. So here I'm selecting this. So if we click on goods and service receipt to create a new goods and service receipt, you can see that the information that is actually copied for the items is just the service. So it's just the service, which is because the second item is actually uh, not checked. So the goods and service receipt expected for this item is not checked. So, and the reason why the first item is actually not copied with the service document is because this is a stockable item. So we need to specify in our inbound delivery. We need to cover that in the aspect of the inbound delivery process. So if you are creating a stockable item, you can't use the goods and service receipt work center to receive a stockable item. You can only use it for non-stock or service items. Okay, so if I now check this and send an update to the supplier, or okay, so I need to close some of the document that is already open. So before I can make changes to the update, so I'm going to close all this. So I need to make changes on the purchase order. So I need to check um, the goods and service receipt is expected for the second item so we can actually perform the receipt of the item. Okay, so here we need to send the update the um, to the supplier for the changes that we are expecting here. So update is actually sent and we can actually close this and continue. Okay, so if there is if the status is about to change, we'll know from the update that is sent. So there are no, the status is not changed, it's actually sent. Okay, so we need to go back to the goods and service purchase order to be delivered. Now, if we create a new goods and service receipt, you should now see the item is now included. So this is very important. You need to understand the reason why you have to do this. So now I can either save to make changes in the document later, or I can just click on post to post this document. So you can also confirm the delivery information of this item, like if you're delivering it directly to a customer or there is a recipient, you need to specify who is the recipient, who is receiving this item, or you are shipping it to a location. So I'm actually shipping it to that location. So the system is actually not going to track the inventory status of this item. And also the same thing applies to the service. If the service is going to be delivered to a customer or there's a recipient who is going to receive this service or confirm the service delivery, and the system is going to track that information for you if you assign them. Then also very important is the cost assignment. So here in the cost assignment type is already assigned. This information is actually copied from the PO, and you can assign notes for the service and attachment. Okay, so I'm just going to post the document and continue with the video. Okay, so the service is now confirmed. The receipt of the service is now confirmed, but that doesn't mean the PO is closed actually. So if we refresh this, you can see it's now closed because we already received the service. So if we now go back to the PO and let's click on all POs. So from the PO document, we can see the delivery status as partially delivered, and a follow-up document is created. So if we click on the PO ID, I like to use the view action button, and we can click the follow-up document, which is the document flow, to see the flow of transaction that has been created so far. So I'm clicking on the extended view to have a broad view of what has been done so far. So you can see from purchase request quotation to supplier quote to purchasing contract, purchase order, goods and service, confirmation, and also the business transaction. So you can see all these documents and click on their ID to view those information. All right, so this will mean the end of today's session. In the next video, we're going to uh, work with the delivery process, inbound delivery process. So we have the inbound logistic work center, and we can uh, work with inbound delivery transactions. These are logistics transactions that are actually embedded in SAP Business by Design. And we're going to take these inbound delivery transaction processes one step at a time. All right. Thank you for watching, and do have a wonderful day ahead, and bye for now.